Hey guys, it's Ravenhurst coming back to bring you another champion guide, this time featuring Ezreal, the Portugal Explorer. Ezreal has risen in popularity, not only in solo queue but with professionals. He even saw LCS play during Giants vs Fnatic. This is because, in patch 5.12, a new jungle item called Runeglaive was added, which I will get into later. Ezreal fits well into the current meta. With the meta revolving around poke and burst damage, Ezreal fits this extremely well. He also is very mobile. With such high poke and burst, Ezreal does have his weaknesses. Ezreal is squishy at all points in the game. He also has a tough laning phase, because in early he has low wave clear, and his lane phase is very easy to punish. Lastly, he uses his E as a part of his burst combo, leaving him open, or needing to flash to dodge incoming CC or burst. Considering his strengths, for the lane phase and majority of the game, Ezreal is very strong versus Azir, Kog'Maw, LeBlanc, and Varus. He's able to poke down these champions and farm at a safe range. For champions that excel versus Ezreal, picking champions like Cassiopeia, Ahri, Jace, and Victor. These champions do very well versus Ezreal because they have a high amount to continual poke and are strong at all points of the game. Rune pages on Ezreal are simple to make and easy to use. I personally use two, which help me to adapt to who I'm playing versus. First, I take a standard AP rune page, which can be used on most mages. 9 magic pen marks, 9 health per level seals, which can be replaced by flat armor if you do need it, 9 MR per level glyphs, and 3 AP quintessences. These runes give Ezreal a safe mid to late game, but this does sacrifice some of his early game pressure. The second rune page is a rune page that helps you scale into the late game, running 9 magic pen marks, 9 health per level or 9 flat armor seals, 9 AP per level glyphs, and 3 AP quintessences. These scaling AP glyphs will give you the extra kick you need to do impressive damage in the mid and late game. For Masteries, a really simple 9-0-21 build will do you just fine, as you pick up all the required points in CDR, AP, as well as picking up lane mastery points such as Butcher and Feast. For starting items, go in Flask, Vision Trinkets, and as well as 3 health pots will give you the regen you need for lane. This also helps you in the mid game, as you don't really pick up any mana regen items. On your first bag, it is important you get upwards of 1,300 gold. This allows you to purchase your Sheem, as well as regen items and wards. Your final build should look something like this. In patch 5.12, the Magus enchant for the jungle item was replaced with a Sheen-like item called Runeglaive. This item states that after using an ability, your next basic attack is converted into magic damage. Considering Ezreal's Q is not only a spellcast, but it also applies on hit effects such as Sheen, this item turns a very high AD skill into a very high AP nuke skill. This also procs Luden's Echo. Ezreal's passive is Rise and Spell Force. Upon hitting a target with any of his abilities, Ezreal gets an increased attack speed by 10%, stacking up to 5 times. Whilst this isn't amazingly useful for ability power at Ezreal, it does allow for him to get a few autos off if you are lacking a small portion of damage. Ezreal's Q is called Mystic Shot. This ability is a skill shot that has both magic and AD scaling. This ability also applies on hit effects such as Sheen, Luden's Echo, and Static Shiv, but this ability cannot crit. His W skill is called Essence Flux. This ability has a very wide and very long hitbox. A lot of the time you'll either hit or be hit by it when you think you have missed it or dodged it. This ability deals high amounts of AP damage, and it also passes through minions. If this ability hits allies, it gives them attack speed, as well as giving Ezreal stacks on his passive. Ezreal E is called Arcane Shift. This ability is a blink which deals damage to a target which is located to where Ezreal lands. This ability also lets you jump over walls. Ezreal's ultimate is called True Shot Barrage, which is a global skill shot damaging all it passes through. The first target damage deals 100% of the ability's damage. Each time it passes through a minion, monster or champion, the damage is reduced by 10% with a cap on 30%. This is what a basic Ezreal combo looks like. You start off using your E to relocate you and deal damage. At the same time you use your W, so by the time you land you are already channeling the spell. Lastly, you use your Q to utilise Runeglaive. You can also channel your R beforehand, but you can save this for after. But most people do use it beforehand. From levels 1 to 4, you should skill like this: Q, E, W, Q, as this gives you the Q to last hit, as well as the escape option if you do need it. For your max order, you level your ultimate when you get the chance to. You then max your Q as it is your main source of damage with Runeglaive and Luden's Echo. For summoners, you need Flash and Smite. The reason why you need Smite is so you can buy the Runeglaive item. Like with all laners, make sure to try and get your CS up, as this will give you the items. From level 1, just make sure you push the lane as much as possible, but be careful, Jumper's Eye Victor will push you in early. If you're looking to back, you can use your ultimate to push an extra wave. This does give you an extra bit of gold and pushing power. Since you have the Trailblazer upgraded Smite, along with Runeglaive, your jungler may give you access to the Razorbeak camp. Abuse this as much as possible, as it is free gold, experience, and also mana. Team fighting around Dragon is one of Ezreal's strong points. Both sides of the map has places where Ezreal can sit on the vantage point and spam his abilities on the enemy team. When the enemy team gets low enough, he can then E into the fight and clean up. Ezreal also performs well in chasing scenarios. He's able to continually cast his Q, and when off cooldown, he can blink towards them with his E. In this clip, we see Ezreal use R to finish off a fleeing Corki and deal insane damage to Diana, to which he picks off after a well-timed Q after her Zhonya's finishes. One of the major reasons why Ezreal is picked at the moment is the fact he has insane AoE damage in teamfights. Make sure to start your ultimate channel pretty early to hit as many people as possible. This also procs your Luden's Echo. When the enemies are low enough, E in and W multiple people. If there are any survivors, finish them off with a Q. In this case, Ezreal finishes the teamfight with the triple kill. When pushing into enemy base, make sure you position yourself out of reach of the enemy skill shots. When you get chances, poke at them with your Q. You'll find a lot of them will start dropping quickly, and you'll soon see your chance to try and pick someone off. Once again, we see Ezreal pick off Diana with a well-timed Q. After the main fight, a skirmish ensues with Corki. It is mandatory on any champions, and especially Ezreal, hit skill shots, including in the Fog of War. To finish off team fights, if you still have your ultimate up, channel it towards the enemy team. Your team can follow up. As mentioned before, you can channel your ultimate and then jump into the fight. This does surprise a lot of people, especially when out of vision, and can also kill people very quickly. And even whilst exhausted, Ezreal still does a lot of damage. Thank you for watching my patch 5.12 Ezreal guide. If you're interested in other champions, I have done additional guides. Come and visit my channel to see any other guides and funny league moments. But be careful, Summoners. Summoner's Rift is a very dangerous place. What say you, Ezreal?
Sounds dangerous. I'm in!